Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Reality with Raya. We have an amazing guest today, Alyssa Polinsky from Stars by Alyssa. She's written a book, a fashion book, an astrology fashion book, and it's on pre-order. It's called Style by the Stars, and I'm really excited to have her on. She's one of my good friends, content friends, Astro Girly. You know, she's one of my personal astrologers. So if you guys ever need a reading, if you're at a crossroads, go with her. Um, but that being said, I wanted to, before we get into the interview, I wanted to go over a couple of announcements and fill you guys in. I am having a summer house watch party. I just had the part 1. I'm having part 2 and 3 on June 2nd and June 9th. Those are Tuesdays at Casa Azul in the Heights. The show is going to start at 7 p.m. Doors open at 4. I highly recommend you get there early because we had an amazing show up and show out. All the Bravoholics were there in Houston. We probably had over like 200 people show up. The drinks were flowing. There's a food truck. It is outside, so I would recommend bringing your fans, some sunscreen, some bug spray just in case. But it's Houston. We're all used to it, right? I mean, I've lived here forever, and not really. Maybe it feels like Chicagoans. I don't know if that's if that's what you guys are called, but about winter, it's like that's how we feel about summer. It's just like, ugh, whatever. But no, it was literally so much freaking fun. I had bingo, which was really just an interactive game. Some people didn't listen and follow instructions. Like my ADHD, I love a game. I love like something that will keep me interested. You don't win prizes from that, but I am doing a giveaway. I ordered a Carl's a Mess sweatshirt, so hopefully that will be in for part 2. If it doesn't get in time for part 2 watch party, that will be the prize giveaway for part 3. And I'm really excited for that. We'll have giveaways for, both of them, much like we did for the first one. But yeah, feel free to follow me, guys. Reality with Raya, anywhere you get podcasts, on YouTube, social media. I'm Reality with Raya everywhere, which is so nice. And my new email is realitywithraya@gmail.com. And I'm so excited. I really hope I see you there at the watch parties. And I'm going to be having more. I know Love Island is starting on June 2nd as well, same as Summer House Reunion Part 2. So that's a little bit of a conflict for the pop girlies, but yeah, I'm going to be having more watch parties. I would love to have, feedback or like whatever you guys want to do. Like, let me know. We'll make it happen. I know the bars in Houston are excited. The ones that I've worked with are excited to like continue to do it. So just let me know. Like, if you guys show up, like, I'll plan it. Don't tip me with a good time. I think some of you guys know this, but I also am still doing Mahjong on Tuesdays. So everything you'll need to know about my events and stuff is either on my website, realitywithraya.com, in my link tree on my Instagram and TikTok, everywhere on my personal and on the podcast. And you could also follow me on Sweatpals. I think it's sweatpals.com/reality with Raya, which I know Sweatpals is like kind of weird interface because it's like workout app, but there is a lot more events happening there, and I tend to like the interface better. And it's just like easier to work, and like you can text and stuff. I guess you can do that with other platforms. For some reason, I just like it. Okay, so if you look at all my events there, there's many places where you can find them. So if you can't find them, you're not looking hard enough. Okay, not to be like the hammer, but or just reach out. If you're having a hard time, just reach out. I'm chronically online and on my phone. I check my messages all the time. And if there's something that I've missed, it might be like Instagram hit it or something. So just, keep reaching out, and, I'll most likely respond like fairly quickly. I would say within an hour, sometimes even seconds. So yeah, I'm so excited, you guys. I like live for these events, to be honest. Like, I had such a fun time last night with the Summer House Reunion Watch Party Part 1. Like, it just was so amazing. I posted a recap video of it. I'm going to be doing more, and I would love to hear your feedback. I am a little sensitive at this time, so nothing mean. Nothing mean. Okay. But I'm so down if you have any other ideas or how to make your experience better, or again, like what shows you want to watch. It doesn't even necessarily have to be reality TV. Like, remember when Game of Thrones was like such a craze. And like, I know everybody's watching Euphoria right now. I'm not. And I don't know if that's like necessarily public, like suitable, but any other show, like I know F1's coming up or did come up or something about F1. And then we have the World Cup coming up. So I might do something with the World Cup. But any other thing that you want to go to the bar and watch, like, let's do it, let me know. Even a movie maybe that like everybody is like super interested in, like, let me know. I'm a TV and film queen. So whatever you guys are interested in, let me know. Okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty as to why I've been a little MIA and a little busy. Obviously, work is like kind of crazy per usual. I am having, speaking of work and real estate, I am having a first time homebuyer class at the end of the month on June 27th, actually. It'll be a webinar. It's on a Saturday at noon. So that way everybody can come. It'll be quick. I have an outline, but there is a sign up in my link tree. Again, my personal and the podcast. So if you guys are interested, if you're renting, if you own and then you haven't bought in a while, or you own in another state and you want to move here, or if you're just interested in like potentially owning in 50 years, like you should take the class, because it's going to be a lot of good information. And like, what do they say? Knowledge is power. And I think that you should do it. So feel free to sign up for that too. Again, it's free. Here's the thing. I couldn't figure out, unless anybody's super techie out there, I couldn't figure out how to just add like a QR link or whatever, like a sign up to where you click on it and then it adds to your calendar. So I need you to put in just a little bit of information so I can send you the calendar invite and for it to be on your calendar. One thing about me, I'm a very big calendar girly, and probably the most anal thing I am like about is the calendar. Like if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. Because that's one way that I've trained myself with like kind of managing the ADHD, right? So anyways, I'm excited for that. So yeah, let me tell you a little bit about why I've been a little MIA. Obviously work has been a little cuckoo bananas. But other than that, I have been on the news right and left. No, not the Today Show again, but it is weird that it's happened twice this month. Actually 3 times if you want to count it. But I was on our local news station here in Houston, KPRC and Inside Edition, like regular, and then on the weekend rerun. And it was because when on Cinco de Mayo, I went to like a work happy hour and just like stopped by. And then my girlfriend texted me and was like, hey, like you want to do like a girls night, like let's hang out. And I was like, oh, perfect. And she's like, give me 30 minutes. I was like, perfect. I'm 30 minutes from the house, like, with traffic and everything, like I'll leave now and we'll be there at the same time. And I don't really keep like alcohol or like hosting shit like in my house. One, if it's snacks, I'll eat it. Two, the alcohol, I don't really tend to keep in my house. So I always go get it when somebody's coming over and I'm like, oh, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock. Like we're going to want food, dinner. Like that's so rude when people are like inviting you on dates or like things to do when it's peak dinner time. And it's like, oh, and they don't feed you. I hate that. So anyways, I was going to get us some like little snacks and then some wine, right? I'm literally walking in to the HEB and I'm like walking up and I'm like texting my friend. I'm like, okay, I'm like right around the corner. I'm at the HEB, like blah, blah. And they are shutting the doors to HEB, the grocery store. And I'm like, oh, are you guys closing early? I'm like thinking like in Cinco de Mayo, like, I don't know. Did I miss the memo of like a national holiday? People are like closing early, like Christmas or something. No, they said there's a gunman in the parking lot. You're either in or you're out. Huh? Gunman in the parking lot? So I hesitated because my dog, like I hesitated for like a hair. I like shuffled my feet and I was like, like, what do I do? My dog is like home and I'm like, fuck, like I could have just went home. Like I didn't have to stop here. Like I could have just went home. Right. And so like, I didn't know if I was about to be in like a, multiple day, week hostage situation. Like, I don't know what I'm about to walk into, And I was like, damn, my car's right there. This is what I'm thinking about in like the shuffling hesitation, like 0.2 seconds. Right. And I'm like, damn, my car is right there. I could just like run to the car and like leave and like all will be good. But then I had a thought of like, what if I'm just like a moving target and he, like like, I don't know what the word is, opens fire like as on me as I'm a moving target, right? And I said this in my interview with Inside Edition or KPRC, I can't remember, Inside Edition. I said we didn't know what type of gun. I didn't know what type of gun. I didn't know if it was like an AK. I didn't know like if it was what it was. Okay, so I was just thinking in my head, if I ran, he would have opened fire, and in my head it was a AK. You know what I mean? So anyways, I ended up going into the store, and my friend called me and she was like, hey, like blah blah. And I was like, sorry, hold on. There's a gunman at HEB and we're on lockdown. And she was like, what? She thought I was kidding. And I took my drugs that day. I was not kidding. And I was way too chill for my liking. Like, I wasn't that chill, but I was just like kind of fight or flight. Like, what's going on? Like, everybody's listening. By the way, there wasn't that many people shopping at HEB that day because I'm pretty sure everybody was out eating like Mexican food and getting margs. So there wasn't there was maybe like 30ish, maybe 40, 30ish people in the back stockroom. They like herded us all the way to the back stockroom behind the milk back there. And let me clear up some comments for you. People were asking, why didn't you call your family? Hey, I don't have family. Next time you say that to somebody, maybe they don't have family. And you're saying, oh, you don't have anybody? No, everybody is dead. And I'm an only child. Any more questions? 2, it was the quickest way for me to be on social media. When I was in the back room, I started posting in real time and posting on TikTok and Instagram instead of blasting out to my friends to be like, oh, hey, like, oh my God, like all of my friends to be like, oh my God, this is where I'm at. 2.5, because if something were to happen to me, let alone anybody else, I need you to know where the fuck we are and we're back here. Do you know what I'm saying? 4 or 3, are we on 2.5 or 3? Somebody was like, why don't you just run out the back? Are you stupid? Did you not hear me say gunman in the parking lot? Why would I run out in the back? He's there. Anyways, it ended up being fine. Thank God. And only because I really do think it was fine, only because the managers, Rachel and Franklin of HEB, took the necessary precaution that they needed to keep us safe. It could have been a way worse, horrible situation. Luckily nobody was hurt. Everybody was fine. Everybody paid attention. Everybody was chill for the most part. There was like a couple people that were like a little antsy, and like one guy was like tossing around a ball and like doing like fake like basketball stuff. And I don't want to be all like, you know, you can't handle trauma. Like, I don't want to like call out or like make fun or like judge the way that you're handling trauma. Oh, but it's just like kind of weird. I guess I'm judging. And then the weirdest part to me was after 45 minutes and after I posted like all my TikToks, which was like 3 or 4, they let us go because the cops came. Thank God. People are like, whatever. Anyways, I won't get into it. Okay. Thank God they came. Long pause. Anyways, they swept the store and they swept the parking lot and all was good. He had left. 2 hours later, he got arrested, and I assume probably they let him go. But the weirdest part to me was that once they let us go, when we were back in the stockroom for 45 minutes ish, they let us go and people just kept shopping like business as usual, like with their full ass groceries for the week. Like, you didn't want to abandon cart and then like come back in the morning even. I don't know. It's like, unfortunately, I just think that's going to be every American, what every American is going to have to deal with at some point. Churches, schools, grocery stores, synagogues, movie theaters. It's weird. I've sort of processed it on and off. I don't want to say it was like a huge dramatic moment in my life because again, we were safe, thank God, truly. But it is something that's very strange, don't you think? I mean, Yeah, and people, in the comments of the news uh postings, the YouTubes and stuff were like, well, what about the gun? There wasn't any information about the gunman. Basically, he had harassed the staff for the last 5 years. He was a disgruntled employee that I think got let go 5 years ago. He's 27 now and comes to the store from time to time to harass the employees. And apparently he came this my theory is that like the last time he came in, this is just my opinion, my thoughts, my theory, that like the last time he came, he was probably like, I'm gonna bring a gun. So like maybe when they like saw him again, they kind of were on high alert. And then he pulled out a gun to the security guard, is what we were told, or what I heard. And he was like kind of waving it around, and like then I guess they called the cops and maybe he got spooked and left, but they did arrest him like 2 hours later. And I mean, he's not in jail forever, and if he's been doing this for 5 years, I'm scared. I'm terrified. And then like a couple days later, after I think the weekend Inside Edition re-aired, mind you, I got a fucking email from an inmate wanting to communicate with me. No, thank you. Unsubscribed. Fucking scary. And everybody's like, that's so funny. I'm not laughing. And I know they're like, no, it's not like funny, but it's funny because it's like all of this is happening to you. I get it. And that is LOL. And I think God was probably like, she'll be okay. Let's just put her in this like weird situation. I have no idea. But that's scary. Yeah, no. So anyways, that's what's been going on with me. What's up with you? Yeah. It's very weird. Not one person checked on me in my family. I think my aunt did and my cousin, but like distant. And then my mom still hasn't reached out to me to say, what's up with you? Babe, I know you're watching the news and I just told you everybody's dead. They are. And then one of them is dead to me. This is getting dark. But anyways, if you know about my issues, maybe this is partly why I'm single. I come with a lot of baggage, but I feel like you would never really know. And not because I'm avoiding it. It's just like, who gives a fuck? Like time and place. And I've worked on it a lot. Done a lot of therapy. I've done a lot of sitting with my feelings. I've done a lot of healing. I've done a lot of exploration. So, it's hard to find somebody who can match that emotional depth, let alone carry me when I need to be carried. Because I'm okay. I carry people all the time. Very easy for me to do. One, I've done it my whole life, and two, I just not like, I'm not trying to brag, but like I do have a lot of emotional capacity to like handle a lot of shit. And I will say, I reconnected with a friend recently. He's kind of going through, I guess, a divorce, really. You could say. And he gave me a lot of flowers out of the blue, not like physical flowers, like emotional flowers, to just say like, and we've always had a super good relationship. This is Bob's Burgers for those who have like listened in the past. And, he's my like really weird woo-woo friend and like love him down. But, he gave me a lot of flowers because he's kind of going through it. And we've always had really deep conversations. We, on a fundamental level, like we're so different, but we also have like so much in common. And like, I love our communication style, and we're both like up in the clouds together, but it would never work because like he doesn't love to shower and he's like on like a kombucha diet. Do you know what I mean? But he has a corporate like oil and gas job. Like it's so crazy. Anyways, he was telling me, he was just like, yeah, like it's just crazy because like obviously I always knew like about you and your mom and like all the things that you've gone through growing up, and your dad passing away and like all these things. And he's like, but I just have like a new level of empathy and understanding for your resilience. And I'm just like, wow, what did I do to deserve this on a random Tuesday? You know what I mean? Like, it's always really nice when, you get that validation from anybody, from the recognition, from like the work that you've done, and like your inner child feels seen. And I've done a lot of work and given closure to myself, for the things that like I probably won't ever get. And so that's why I say it's like nice when you get random acts of kindness and words of affirmations like this, because it just like is an extra cherry on top of like your already healed inner child almost, right? Like I don't think my inner child is healed by any means, but like the majority of it I've given myself, if that makes sense. So I've done a lot of parts work like on myself, and inner child, adult, young, teenager, kid, like all these. Anyways, so yeah, anywho, that's a little bit about me and what's been going on with me. Well, let's get into today's episode. Let's lighten up the mood a bit. Sorry to start it so drab, but I just wanted to like fill you guys in. And my life is a little crazy. Let's get into it. She is an author. I wish I had nails right now. I'm tapping for you.
I know. Can you believe it? This is the actual cover, and then this is like the back of the book.
Oh my God, that is so amazing.
Like it's coming.
I can't wait.
So insane.
When does it drop? We'll get into it, but when does it drop?
Yeah. August 11th.
Oh, coming up. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Reality with Raya. I am with your favorite astrologer, the best New Yorker around, the best tour guide Barbie, and critically acclaimed author, stars by Alyssa Polinsky. How are you?
Oh my God, what an entrance. I am like, we're manifesting all of that.
Yes.
And yes. I am a very good tour guide Barbie. I can pretty much tell you where any bar is.
No, you like got me and Amanda around New York for my birthday, and dude, I just loved. I was thinking the other day, I was like thinking about how like we were rushing to like Sirhan, and like,
oh my God,
like,
that was insane.
Yeah. Anyways, because I'm in his channel, and he said something like, if you're in Texas, like email me, for like real estate. So I like emailed him. I was like, by the way, like as a standout, I was like, I don't know why you want me to email you, but I'm just trying to pitch myself here, like, by the way, I like came to your thing, like, if you have referrals or like whatever. So anyways.
That's awesome. Oh, I'm going to be in Texas next week.
Oh, where? What part?
I'm be in Dallas.
Oh, dude, are you going to Kyle's thing?
No, I have a meeting with JCPenney's.
Oh, well, Kyle's going to be DJing next week.
Are you serious? Last time I was there, last time I went to Dallas, I was coming, Carl was doing something there, and I was on the same plane as Carl coming back in the, like, I know, it's just like, that's so weird. And that's the second time I've taken the same flight as Carl. I did another one to Vegas. I was like, I feel like I'm stalking Carl, like, unknowingly on planes.
I mean, maybe you're supposed to be running in the same circles.
Yeah. Well, my problem, I like bars with alcohol.
Right. Well, Southbar is like, is it doing well? Have you been?
I think so. I haven't actually been yet. It's one of those I've been meaning to go. Yeah. But Greenpoint is like a hard area for me to get to from the area in Brooklyn that I am in. So I just don't go up there because it's like visiting a different like state, trying to get into that area of Brooklyn from where I am.
I feel that. I love that. Well, Alyssa, tell us about your book before we get into the Summer House episode.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much to talk about. So my book, I have a book. Here, I'm going to put it here. Look at it. It is called Styled by the Stars. And my book is about, I'll give a backstory. So I moved to New York City in 1999 to go to FIT, which Fashion Institute of Technology, fashion girly. Fast forward 20-something years, I've been working off 7th Avenue in the fashion industry my entire time I've been here now. But we're not figuring out how old I am. And then
I can't do math that quickly, so you're good.
Good, good. I
We're
like to
art
paint.
girlies who listen, so I'm
We
sure
do
no one else
pretty
is figuring
things.
it
We
out
don't do
too.
math
Yes,
things.
yes.
And so that is my history, and my background is actually in fashion. Studied fashion history, art history, like those are really like big passions of mine. On top of, and then just watching fashion cycles for over 20 years, like I'm very well versed in what happens cyclically within fashion. And then my other job, the astrologer part, I think most people know me more on that side of the realm because that is, what my page is about. Um, I really noticed when looking at the cycles, like how cyclical astrology, I mean, that's what astrology is. That's a study of cycles and patterns. And then the way that it actually lines up with fashion and how they're very much correlated together. Plus, astrology is also a deep look at yourself and understanding who you are. And that is what style is. Style is knowing who you are and how to really help put the person out there that you want to represent and who you want to be. And that was the preface of writing this book, because I was trying to wrap my head around to this. ADHD, it turned into a book. And I went into full fashion history, going through the planet Neptune, and then going through your personal signs between your rising, your moon, and your Venus sign, and kind of help put those together to help you define your own personal style so you can have your own unique look. We are not all supposed to be clean aesthetic girlies or mob wife girlies or dark academia girlies. Like, we all can have our own individual style. And I think that is what has, something that's deeply lacking in our society right now across the board. I'm sure you see it through real estate.
Yeah.
Um,
And just
how
people being all like
generic everything is.
trendy. Yes, it's very
Yes.
annoying.
Yeah. And there's no humanity. There's no personality. We need humanity and personality back in
Back.
everything that we do. And I think this is a really big, change for having now Neptune sit in Aries, this need for individualism, spirituality, creativity, but really to go out there and express these things is what these next 14 years are going to be like, having Neptune sit in Aries. And I think this is where we're really going to see all of this come back to life. Like, everyone's talking about right now. It's on the precipice of everyone's mouth, and everyone wants to have, I'm seeing it across the board, through fashion, through home decor, through everything. Everyone wants to have their own unique individualism. And how do we make ourselves human and not AI? You know,
Oh God, don't get me
so
started on AI. But yes, that's amazing. And I honestly can't wait. I used to have more of like an individual style like back in the day, and then I just think like things got more
no,
expensive. I
that's
kind of did like some purging, and I was like, let me try to simplify my closet. Immediately hated it. I knew I would, whatever. But I've been really wanting to, that's so funny that obviously you're saying this, you have this book coming out. One of my like goals for, was it this year or last year, was to bring back like individual style and like in myself, and just like have more fun with like clothes and textures and things
mm-hmm.
like that, like thrift more. Like, I'm always complimenting you on your like funky fun, like I literally want your closet, like everything that you wear is just like so fun. Like, what did you wear to BravoCon? The martini something, and then the pants, like the
Yeah,
glittery sequins.
I mean,
Everyone, like, it's just
I,
so me.
I am yeah, it's the Leo rising in me. So your rising sign is really how you like show up to things and how you want people to perceive you, and how you kind of stand out as your strongest person through
Hmm.
your style. And I'm a Leo rising. I cannot help but be like over the top. Like,
Like
it is
flashy. I love
ingrained
it.
in my brain. I also, like, I went to school for textile design. I do a lot of fashion and trend. Like, I do fashion design and trend mostly now, but
Hmm.
that is really where my background is. So I love prints. I love prints. I love sequins. I love anything sparkly. Like, just, I love over the top. And
I do too.
it was such a hard time for me for so long being shoved clean girl aesthetic down our throats nonstop, and everyone being like, streamline this, be simplified, like wear beige. I
Yeah.
I was like, I can't find myself in this world.
And
And so that was, that's so much of what this was all about. This whole journey is just like, we don't have to all wear beige. I know any Virgo placement out there and any earth placement, like I know you guys love those things, and please keep wearing them. If that's your thing and that's what you love a freaking Burberry trench and a nice crisp button down white shirt with some classic jeans. That's a beautiful, wonderful style, but that's not for everyone.
and
And
I will say
yeah.
it doesn't like always look great on me. Like I know what you're saying. You probably feel like emotionally lost, but I feel like sometimes when I wear stuff like that or trendy stuff, like I like get physically lost. Like it like doesn't look good on my body. And I will say like I have a Capricorn Venus and I want to dress more Capricorn Venus, Sagittarius rising. So I do love the
Oh,
flash,
oh,
whatever, you know.
so yeah, I mean, Sagittarius rising, like, you're really playing in that. Like, whenever I hear Sag rising, or Sag placements, like, I immediately go to like literally like Rachel Zoe, like between like with your Capricorn Venus and your
Yeah.
Sag rising, you're like Rachel Zoe is like your
Yes.
like pinnacle like person, because she does the earth, because she's a triple Virgo. So she has like everything clean silhouettes, clean lines, but she has that Sagittarius kind of boho
Flair.
freeness flair to it,
Mhm.
which, adds, I think, and it's a little witchy and it's a little more playful,
Yes.
and it's not so like, where you look at like Stassi Schroeder, who's a very, I think she's a very like epitomized version of, like a Capricorn rising, and she really does show up in
She
that. She does that streamline.
looks so good though on her.
Yeah, she
And
looks
then her
great.
hair, the color that she's doing. Yes, and I will say like for my birthday this past December, like I loved what I wore. I just wore like a blazer, like no bra, and then like a belt with like those sparkly hot shorts that
Hmm.
I wore to BravoCon, and I literally felt so seen. People were like, "You're glowing," and I'm looking at the photos, like the unedited photos, which I barely edited anyways. Like I look stunning. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
you're
look
yeah.
because I feel like I dressed kind of like my Capricorn Venus plus like the little sparkle of the Sag
Yeah.
rising, and I just feel like I look really good in that stuff. So,
Yeah.
manifesting a dream closet again. I need to get back to it, but
Yeah. But this is where I really like push in the book, which is a big part of factor of the book, is, secondhand, reselling, vintage. Like, if you're able to define what it is that you like and define the things that matter to you and define like how you're trying to present yourself and what matters to you, you can shop anywhere. You can
mhm.
shop at any place, anytime. You don't have to go find something perfectly curated within a store that is just, everyone else has. There's so much opportunity. We have enough clothing out there in this world to keep all of us clothed forever. But,
Are
as I
you?
sit here and work for a global
I
manufacturer.
was gonna say, are you kind of like me in the like, of course, but are you kind of like me in the sense that like I'm not a big thrifter. One, I'm not good at it, but I would love to be like better at it. So I go to like thrift. I go thrifting with my friends who are good at it. But are you like me in the sense that like some people's activism is like climate change and like mine animals and climate change. I care about all that stuff, but I also really care about like textiles because it's a number one pollutant, and I try to like recycle my clothes. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have
Oh,
that there,
yeah.
but I always take them like the ones that I think are like grungy or whatever that I would never want somebody to do like secondhand. I just like recycle them, or like a blanket or like a pillow, an old pillow or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that, instead of like throwing it away, because like textiles are like the most pollutant, and obviously I care about climate change and animals, like I just feel like that's a given, but like nobody
Yeah.
thinks about like textiles and like
Yeah.
clothing pollution like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like a double-edged sword of, like, I literally came to New York to do fashion,
Yeah.
and like I work in fashion, and I'm grateful. Like I'm a lucky person who's got to be in the field that they chose. But at the same time, like, going from working in the 2000s to working now and seeing, really how fast fashion has really messed up the world. And I'm still working in it because that's how I pay my bills. Like,
Mhm.
that's how I make the money that I need. I am not making the money off of being an astrologer. So, like, you have to do the things to pay the bills because we live in a capitalist society and that's just the way it is.
Oh
And
my
we
God.
don't have choices. I wish we could
Yeah.
just barter and I could barter everything, but unfortunately,
I
that's not
saw
how it
that's so
works.
funny. I saw on TikTok yesterday, this girl was like, bring back bartering. And she was like, my client just canceled on her hair. And I'm going to ask her if it's because money. Because if she's got 2 hours, I got a garage and I'll do your hair for free. Like, she was like, help me clean it. And then, I'm down for that too. Um, what is the chatter around in the fashion industry around like AI and fast fashion and things like that? If you could share, I would be interested to know any insight on that.
I mean, the AI of it all is, there's twofold, I guess, on it. I mean, a lot of technology has helped fashion where you can do so much 3D kind of imaging of and really like replicate full garments with 3D, which isn't AI necessarily, but it's gotten, been able to step up with AI help, and it's really gotten where now, this is where it's like, what's worse for the environment, making the actual clothes or using the water supply that is needed to, and it, these are the choices that we're stuck with.
Right.
But it's like those things are good. But then the part where, you can actually just take away people's jobs, like the there's always going to need to be somebody creative behind what you're doing, but this is where the issue of it, I really think, stems, is like getting those assistant designers in at those low level positions where you have to bring someone up through the ranks, because you can't know how to do everything. You have to learn, you have to be taught. And a lot of the streamlining of AI takes away so much of the need for the those intro jobs where it's like, okay, you're just going to have then senior people left, or like mid-level people, but then, like, where how are we going to keep the how are we going to keep the kids going,
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I don't
it's
know.
a
I feel like maybe when they got electricity in the freaking Gilded Age, that, they're like, "Oh my God, this is going to ruin it." And like the refrigerator, like, remember at the end of Downton Abbey when they were like, icebox, like, we don't need that, It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
all you got, you're just gonna be throwing food away. And like, and guess what? Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. That is one of my biggest flaws, is I do waste a lot of food as like a single person. It's like very hard. But yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. It's scary. I mean, obviously being in real estate, I mean, same. It's not apples
yeah,
to apples. I feel like fashion's a little like, you guys have a little bit more time, but yeah, no, that's crazy. Well,
yeah.
Alyssa, where can everybody order your book?
You can order it on all major platforms. So, go visit our friends
Amazon.
Jeff Bezos
Oh,
over
yes.
at Amazon's, Barnes and Noble, and lots of bookstores and stuff will be carrying it. And I think I'm just like so excited to get to go to a bookstore and see something that I
Yes.
wrote
Are you
there.
gonna
And
do
I'm
like a
just
signing?
I am having a party, which if you can come to New York in
Please.
August,
Okay, yeah, let me put it on the
I'll
calendar.
send you.
So, yeah, let me
I'll give you
know.
the
I'm
dates.
I'm
Yeah,
dying so to come in the summer, because I've only been actually twice in December, so the summer would be nice. And then really quick, how
yes.
okay, so you said that this was like an ADHD kind of dream turned into, or like a thought process turned into a book. How did you go about being like, I I think I'm actually writing a book, and then how did you go about pitching it to like it actually being published?
So I sat down. Well, it's really funny is like how connected all of it is. This started with a couple summers ago. I was in the Hamptons because I had gotten booked a bridal or a birthday like party out in the Hamptons because of doing Summer House. And then Danielle was
Oh,
doing
yes.
something
Uh-huh.
with Dawn like a pop-up with Dawn at this hotel, and I was staying at that hotel. So I sat down and had brunch with her, and I was talking to her about like my ideas behind this, and she's just like, there's really something here. Like there's something different that you need to figure, like, really get behind this.
Founder and CEO with
Founder
the
and
advice.
CEO.
Come on.
She knows she is
She
here
knows.
to represent the ladies.
There you go.
So it started off as a conversation with her, and then some other people I had a conversation with. They said that it sounded like a book, and so I just kind of sat down and started like there were certain areas that I wanted to cover, because like I wanted to go through the planet Neptune through the fashion history, because that's the first part of the book. Is really a fashion history lesson, because
I
like
love that.
you cannot know where you're going unless you know where you've been, and cycles are cycles. Like you need to know these things, and fashion is moving at such a rapid pace right now, and we're pulling from all decades at all times now, and it's just like you need to have a basic understanding of where the stuff is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was that part of it, and then there was like, how do I really help people define what their personal style is through these certain placements? So there's just like, and so I just started like writing these things that just kept coming out, and it just like, I would get through one part and I'd be like, okay, now how do I put this together? Like, I'd be like, okay, now I did the rising signs. Okay, this is what I think about that. Now, I was like, if your rising sign is like, it's kind of like your personal editor, like your fashion editor. Like if you're in a magazine, like
Oh,
that's what
that's
that
cute.
is. Your Venus sign is kind of like your Pinterest. And so like, I was thinking about him on all these like random terms, but then trying to
Yeah.
figure out like all the different personalities. Like I have like all 12 zodiac characters in my head at all times. They're all playing on a play. And but then I got through all the different placements, and I was like, okay, how do I put this together? So I kind of just like was like, all right, well, if you do this and you add this, and kind of like it's a Mad Lib kind of section happening where
Mhm.
we're like, if you like this, choose this word and choose this word, and
Mhm.
we can put this together, and then that can help define your style. And then, you know, just because also all I do is shop for work. Uh, I was able to then put like where, based off, your different placements, like places that carry that kind of style. So it could even help you like figure out where maybe you want to go shopping, or where in vintage you should be looking. And
I really love that. I think that this is a great idea. I mean, obviously, it's your two passions and your two worlds colliding. I mean, couldn't have come up with a better idea. Second of all, there is a gap because there's a lot of people that like, there's a reason why fashion influencers sell because there's a lot of people who don't really know that much about fashion. And I wouldn't say I'm a fashion girly. I have style, but somebody's like, no, you don't right now. But no, like, or I used to when I, had more
you
fun stuff.
look great. Stop it.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, oh, this texture and that. Like, I probably am wearing blue because you chose the cerulean like blouse, like the color of the season. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do love that and I appreciate that. And I like cannot wait to figure out to see if like my style is right. Like, if I'm on par with my style, should I be shopping somewhere else? And that's the thing too, my thing is like I don't know where to shop sometimes, like because I'll be so out of the loop and then another store
Yeah.
happens or like this store went down in quality or they changed manufacturer. Like I'm not in it like that. So like
I mean,
that
all
stuff is really
quality
nice.
across the board is bad. Like, let's just be
Yeah.
real. Like,
Yeah.
things are just not made as well as they were. Like, we don't have as high quality. And,
Yeah.
that's just like, I think from very high level, it's just, I don't see a lot of the quality out there existing anymore, which
Yeah.
is sad.
It's unfortunate. Well, I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud. I cannot wait to order my book. You guys get your books on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, support your local bookstores.
Yes.
Anywhere you get books, go see Alyssa at her little well, you're not gonna have a book signing, you said a party, but if you do a book signing, you
Yeah.
better go
I
see
haven't
her.
figured
I'll
that
tell
out
you about
yet.
it. Yeah. Okay, well, shall we rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it now,
Oh
girl.
my god. Okay, you guys, last night was the Summer House reunion part 1. I know I've been a little MIA. I'm sorry. I've been busy. I'll clip something in the beginning to kind of fill you in on my life. Alyssa, that I was at the
Mhm.
grocery store and a gunman decided to pop in. So it's just been a little crazy over here. Um, but last night, I mean, I luckily was able to promote it on socials, just not the pod, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for following along and engaging and everything like that. I had my sold out watch party
Yes,
for Summer House
girl.
Reunion Part 1. I'm gonna have 2 and 3 at the same place, Casa Azul. Doors
Yay.
open at 4 next Tuesday, June 2nd, and then the Tuesday after June 9th. Wow, yeah, dude, it was sold out. I
I'm
sold
so
100
proud of
and
you.
thank you. I like capped like I had 200. So I realized because I use Sweatpals and Eventbrite and like Facebook, like I use everything. But then I realized like, oh no, like what if like 200 people go on Eventbrite and then 200 people go on Sweatpals? Like that's 400 people. That's a little much. So I like capped it at like wherever it was, like 150 or whatever. But
Mhm.
no, there was absolutely over 200 people there. It was like electric. It was fun.
That is
It
so
was so
fun. I cannot believe that. That is so amazing.
I know. Okay, so this morning, because obviously I was like hosting, sweating my ass off. It was
Mhm.
92 degrees. Didn't rain.
Oh.
Hallelujah, Jesus. But I obviously wasn't paying too much attention. I mean, we did like
Mhm.
so I did like a little interactive bingo card, which I'll do for 2 and 3 as well. And then we did a separate giveaway, which even though I said it multiple times, people were confused. It was just like a game, babe. It was just a game. But so I had a lot going on, so I had to rewatch the reunion today on Peacock. Where was the
Mhm.
extended version?
Yeah, I was what I was wondering
It
because
was
I
the exact
just
same thing.
it yeah, like I saw the end. I felt like the very beginning there was a little bit more in the very very beginning, but like it was like a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Like and it was like them walking on or something like
right,
that. Like
right, something like that.
it wasn't critical.
One thing I really wanted them to address, which I don't think that they did because it happened the night before, was West's cousin murdering his grandmother.
Dude.
And that's wow. Like that we did not spend enough time on that. Like I know that I know
No.
it wasn't West, but it was his cousin and his grandmother. Like and I have crazy people all over the world. I'm not I mean all over the world. All in my family. So like I'm not judging in that aspect. I just like needed to know more and I needed to know more details if he like wanted to share. Now I'm being nice to him. And I just like also wanted to know like how he was doing because what happened there, you know?
Yeah. I can't I mean,
That's crazy.
to have all of that happen at the exact same time is a bit extreme. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot.
That's giving when it
Um
rains it pours,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And
Um
then the and the surfacing of the dick pics.
yeah, I literally was gonna say, and then they were like too chummy in the fucking
Oh yeah, they
dressing room
were
for me. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, that's me. It curves left." Like, oh my god, everybody is going crazy over this left curvature dick pic. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I would be so embarrassed. Like,
Oh
Kyle
no.
is so true. Like, Kyle's so right about like, do you know how many times you have to send that out for it to get back to me?
Yeah, no,
You
exactly.
know? Um, I'm glad that Jesse was like kind of standing his ground and like being like with the guys and like I really do think he didn't know. Like and he came with a timeline and everything. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's now I'm getting excited. Okay, we were talking
Yes.
more so of like when they're getting, they're getting into they're coming out of their cars and they're getting ready and stuff. Um did you not like fashion girly? Did you not like anybody's look or do you have any critiques over the looks?
I I saw somebody call this out on Instagram, which kind of was what like one side was Easter and one side was Christmas. Like
Oh, with the green and red? Oh, that's
Lindsay and
funny.
Bailey
Uh,
were like on the Christmas side, and then the other side with all the like light colored suits was like the Easter eggs. And I was like,
Carl
that,
and Wes and
yeah,
Amanda. That's funny.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. That was my biggest issue was it just didn't feel like it flowed together. Like I wish they would just style the whole fucking group together. Like
Okay, wait.
I
This is
understand that you can't do that, but like that, like I really enjoyed like Lindsay, Maya. I don't say
Mia.
this in Mia.
Who it is, Mia.
Um,
There was a
yeah,
Maya
okay,
though. I'm getting
yeah,
confused.
no, that's yeah,
This one was Mia. Yeah.
yes, Lindsay, Mia, like Bailey, like Levi, and obviously Sierra. Like I liked all of their looks. I thought they were all pretty, and I thought those all kind of worked together because it was red, green, white, kind
Right.
of, and
Yeah.
that's kind of where they all were, and those like fit together. But then you added in the weird yellow that Amanda was wearing that felt like really off centered, and then the guys were just like it just didn't. The guys, I really wish guys would fucking learn how to like dress better.
I know. Carl, look,
Carl's was
you're
good.
gonna
Carl's was
see
the only one.
give him a compliment. Carl looked good. Carl look see, I don't
Yeah.
hate Carl. I can give credit where credit's due. And I will say, much like Bailey, the last 2 episodes plus the reunion, I was also purring like a little cat. Okay. So she's eating her words. Okay. I just
That's
look,
what
I just think
happens. That's the nature of Bravo. You can like someone one day and you can hate them the next, and that
yeah.
is our
Well, hate
purgatory,
is
right?
I don't hate
Not
Carl. I
hate,
really like
not
I
hate.
hate Carl, but
Get annoyed, get
yeah.
fed up with,
Ross was coming
whatever.
to say hello.
Babies.
Oh, are you sitting down? Oh my God, he's so cute. My little handsome son. No, I agree. Question, since you've been in the Bravo sphere longer than I, how come some reunions are cohesive and then some aren't? Like for instance, like Atlanta seems like they have a theme and then Potomac is like all over the place and like doesn't have a theme. Like Summer
I
House had a theme or like you know what I mean? Do they tell you
Yeah,
that there's a theme?
yeah.
Or is it
They're
or it
told.
depends on the producer?
I think it's both. So I definitely think the production team behind it, which I'm not 100% sure, but this is just in my head because of how the different production teams work. They're so like, they're individual like little companies running all of
I
this.
see.
So the people behind that are then the ones I think giving the direction of the reunion looks. And I think how the directive is given is how things work out and they don't work out. And that's kind of my thought process because I think some people like do a very good directive or they give a very like specific thing, or when you leave things too broad or wide open and you're not specific
Up for
enough with the
interpretation.
details, I think that's where things get lost, where you get like, Beverly Hills had some like wild reunion looks that I was just like, where are we? I
Right.
don't know where we're going. I don't know what we're wearing, But then, yeah, like Alana, like they always turn up in like couture goddesses.
Stretch. He's stretching. Sorry. So cute. Sorry. I just like love him so much. Now he's resting his nose on my chair. He's so cute. No, I agree with you. Yeah, because I feel like Atlanta always hits. Always hits. Like they always look
Mhm.
so good. And they always look cohesive. Okay, the awkward silence when Amanda walked in.
Oh yeah, you could cut it with a knife.
Cut it with a knife. And then what's up with Wes is so fucking weird with his like duck lips, like
And then his sitting there smacking and cracking or whatever. He's like,
with
like,
his
no.
teeth. Like what's going on? And when Sierra walked by, he like was like, damn, she looks good, like in his head,
Mm-hmm.
I will say that like everybody's comparing this reunion look with her like the one before last season's
Mm-hmm.
reunion look. And like, did we forget last season too? And I just feel like every time Sierra kind of wants to get West's attention, she wears something like sheer. And then like Amanda kind of copied her this season
Mm-hmm.
or this reunion and
Yeah.
did like the whole sheer thing. Unpopular opinion, I didn't think anybody really looked bad. Like Amanda still looked good,
No,
but
she looked pretty.
the beta blocker, I want what you're on.
Dude,
I don't. I'm really being funny because like life is meant to be lived and felt, and you need to feel things because of then you're in situations like this and you're like male centered and you're just like what I do,
yeah. I just keep saying it's just like she's had pretty privilege, and there's truth behind that, you know, and the fact that like no one has ever, I think, ever pushed back on her where she had like, where did we lose the right from wrong kind of conversation, you know, because if she truly felt something for West, she should have been an adult and went and sat down with Sierra and had an actual conversation. And like they like like
If you're
truly
best friends,
if you're truly in love with each
even
other,
if you're
like
coworkers.
yeah, but like whatever it is, you have to be an adult and sit down and be like, okay, like I did not mean for this to happen, but I'm coming to you first. I want to have this conversation. I know that this is going to be rough, but like actually sit there and say the things that need to be said. And I think from just like the part where they were breadcrumbing all over Instagram, like what the hell was all of that? It was just kind of like, it was such a like show offy thing, because that's
Mm-hmm.
what you do when you're like excited and interested about someone. Like you're gonna be like, oh my God, look at us doing all these things, you know? I get
Mm-hmm.
that. But if you wanted to do all that stuff and you were having this interest, you should have then at that moment sat down and had a grown-up conversation. And I think, you know, that's really where it got lost in the sauce. Like you know, the shitty thing is that we have higher expectations for Amanda, because it was her, even if her and Sierra were not great friends off camera, they were very good coworkers, and coworker
Right.
relationships are just as important. And keeping those conversations, uh, keeping those, you know, relationships open and valued, you know, is very important, especially when you've worked with somebody for so long, and you
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, your coworkers become family members. You know, that is
Mm-hmm.
just kind of how it is, because you spend so much time with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Sierra sounded like she was reaching out to Amanda and she just ignored her.
Which
But then
is
she's all over Instagram.
yes, which is
West.
something that I have said on like a previous podcast, or maybe I just said it on my own, but she does seem like the type of person that wants people to reach out to her, and like she never really responds until it's like convenient for her, or like she's one of those that like don't respond, so then people stop reaching out, in my opinion,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clocked it. And then I just think that they sat there and lied through their teeth, like the way that they had
Yeah.
everything so rehearsed, that they didn't hook up until after the announcement. They were like, well, we didn't hook up like same day, like it was like
Yeah,
the next day.
but like we saw the video in December. Remember
And
that
why
weird
wasn't
soup
that
video? That soup video where like you saw the chicken tenders or whatever the heck it was. Like there was the friend, like it was from December.
oh
They,
in his apartment?
yeah, he was in the
Yes,
apartment and you
yes,
could see
yes,
them
yes.
in the
She was doing the
background.
food blog. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she was doing the food stuff, and
Uh-huh.
then you could see them
Mukbang or whatever. Yeah.
like they were
In the
very
background
intimate
flirting, and it was only
and
them three
close.
in there, and someone
Yeah,
was working, so like why are you there, you know?
yeah, and
Me
like
seeing
that
someone's
was
working,
just
eating.
yeah. That was, I wish I want that job. I get
Kind
paid
of.
to eat.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I agree, and I just don't I don't know. I just think this thing is so I'm so glad, like I'm really glad that the cast didn't hold back. Like I'm really glad that everybody really did state their piece. Why didn't we get Jesse's timeline? We better get that in 2 and 3. I also do think we moved on way too fast from it. Like I needed the whole first part to be about this, like the details, and we still didn't really get too many details. But I don't
yeah,
know, there was that clip of Kyle during a break sitting with like, and then Carl went over there or something, and two guys were squatting. It was like Carl and someone else were squatting, and he was like, we have receipts, it goes all the way back from July of or 20 June of 2025 or whatever. So I think it's
yeah,
going to come up later, I'm hoping,
yeah.
because
I
I
didn't
need to
think.
know every single detail.
Yeah, I don't think. I think they're trying to get in some of the actual what happened with the rest of the season, and they couldn't. I think Andy was like, okay, well, we started off here, but now we need to get into like actually what happened. But I know that we're going to come back to it. But I also like the part where we're not holding on to all of this being the conversation
Like harping on it. Yeah.
for the third episode, you know, where we have to
True,
wait
true,
it all
true.
out. Like I'm glad that we got like a taste of it. Like
Yeah.
we got a little appetizer, we got a amuse bouche and an
I'm telling
appetizer.
you,
But I'm really like I'm still waiting for that main course
I'm
to come through. And I need some
salivating.
dessert.
I need some
Like-
dessert. I need a whipped cream. I need a cherry on top. Did you see that Lindsay's You Got Smoked Out got cut
Yeah.
from the audio because it was in that same part of when
Oh, yeah.
Sierra was like, "You're a snake in the grass," you know? How do you feel about Bailey and Ben going at it?
I really liked what Bailey said, and
I
I
do
thought it
too.
was a very, very correct point of view. And
I do too.
I don't think that she was. I mean, I'll always stand behind the girlies. Like, let's get real. I mean,
I will tell
I
you. Go ahead.
no, oh, my like yeah, like he did do those things. It
He
did
did.
show, like he did snap at girls, even if he didn't think he was, he did. And that's where he needs to learn from these conversations. And I feel like hopefully for him, it was an eye opening conversation because maybe it was something that he didn't realize he did, because it's not, I think sometimes, that's what reality television is really good for, is kind of that mirrored reflection of truly like what you do and how you put yourself out there and how you're perceived, that you actually get that fundamental look back at yourself. And then
Mhm.
that's how you can move and grow, is because you see that. And
Well, Amanda's not
I'm
doing that.
hoping, well, yeah, but I'm hoping for Ben
Yeah,
that he maybe saw something within himself that he didn't know.
maybe.
Or I don't know. I'm giving hope out there.
No, yeah, maybe, but he was also the Australian bachelor and dated all those girls, so maybe not. I don't know, but when
Yeah,
he
I don't know.
cornered Bailey in her fucking room and went in a
Yeah.
circle 3 times, I was done with him. I was immediately like, "Oh my, I'm actually getting anxiety. Every time I think about that scene, I get like severe anxiety. He's lucky that I wasn't fucking Bailey. I would have came so I would have escalated the shit out of that situation, or I would have just shut down kind of like she did and was very
Yeah.
like fight or flight, because he cornered her in her room sitting on the bed, and she was like by the dresser in the corner, like
Yeah.
getting married, getting ready, and like she couldn't leave. Like he like kind of cornered her. Whether, again, I don't think that was intentional, but whether he
But
knew it
there's
or not,
still,
that's
but
how I felt looking at her. That's what her energy felt like.
yeah. And when
And then he was like
somebody,
yelling at, and then she was like, "Okay, I'm sorry I said that." And he was like, and then he did it again. And she was like, "Okay, I said I'm sorry. I don't know what you would." And then he did it again. He
yeah,
went 3 times.
yeah, that's just not okay. It's not good to also like make someone feel like they're trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
Has
That was just
someone has had that happen to them, it's a
yeah,
really, really scary feeling, because you don't know how people are going to act out,
to
and you
react.
automatically you go into that protective mode of like, oh my god, this we're going into survival mode right now, which
Right.
is does terrible cortisol things to us. We do
Oh
not need that.
god. I know. Don't get me started on cortisol. Cortisol. I know you need a potty. We'll go in a minute. I know. He has to potty, but he's gonna have to wait.
No.
But the thing is like, do I think Ben would have done anything on camera to be? No, I don't even think he was like drinking at the time, and not that like you have to be drunk to be like insane, but I
Yeah.
don't think he would have done anything on camera, and probably I don't know him, so but I would hope not
Yeah.
in real life if cameras weren't rolling. But I do feel like I saw the anger and controlling issues for sure. He was
Yeah.
out. I did not like that. I also am not really a fan of people calling Bailey weird. I don't really
Oh
understand what's
yeah.
weird about
I don't
her. I'm
I
kind of
okay.
like, wait, am
My
I like looking in the mirror? I don't know.
my biggest, like, besides obviously what's happening with the whole West and Amanda, that story, my biggest gripe from this season is the elimination of Levi from the season
That was
with her
weird.
and Bailey, because her and Bailey, like, you had two people come on who are actually close friends, who do
Hmm.
everything together. Don't tell me that like they did not have a whole storyline that we did not see at all.
Right.
They did. And the thing that bothers me the most is the fact is it seemed like to me that Dara and Sabrina both got positions on the show because they were dating guys, and they're making the guys the center focus of the show, and they're not promoting the girlies. And
Very Bravo-esque.
and then Bailey like got more edit time because she had her crush on Carl. And it was just like it was giving such patriarchy and such bullshit that was really the thing that pissed me off the most
Yeah.
about this season. That Bravo really needs to stop like centralizing men, especially for a women's network.
Network.
Like, we are there for the women. And why are you centralizing these men?
But are we? I know we are, but like,
Yeah.
is the ret? I don't know. I don't know what the
Yeah.
demographic is because it's giving like male centered or something. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I have like the complete opposite opinions of like a lot of the fan base.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but I've done a lot of therapy. But I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I don't know what like Middle America is doing or like what they're thinking. And
Yeah.
it's like, um yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I agree with you. Like, it's
Yeah.
not very female focused at all. Like, I mean,
No.
look at Southern Charm. Even the girl, like, they have such strong personalities and they got such an edit, Shep, Craig and Austin,
Yeah.
that I mean, Madison is barely in it. Granted, she was having a baby, but like the girls got pushed the fuck out
No.
because they have such a strong personality and such a strong like edit.
Yeah, but that's what yeah, because honestly, like, those are like, I love Southern Charm, and I love obviously Summer House and Vanderpump Rules, but like, our old Vanderpump, I refuse to
Yeah.
watch the new season. Anyway,
Oh no, I am liking the Valley, but it's more so like I just
I
have to
like the
watch
Valley.
it.
I like the Valley, and
Yeah,
I obviously in the city. Like, I'm here.
yeah,
I'm here for
and I want to get in
those
the city.
people. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And then, but my like the part where they're just really centralizing the men on these shows, it isn't a good look. It's like, I know from last season, like, Gabby had so much more storyline than
I liked
being,
her too.
and she had so much more of a storyline than just like being Lindsay's friend, you
Hmm.
know, and like all of her story, all of her backstory, like all of the things that I'm sure filmed, were never shown, and it's just like they're taking these really strong women, these really strong, powerful, successful women, and giving us these bullshit romance storylines.
Hmm.
And I'm just kind of like, no, we're here for the empowerment of seeing successful women, especially like people like Bailey and Levi, who are like hitting for the younger demographic. They are like the new generation, and I want them to be a strong lead for younger girls out there. And like, I want that to be seen. I want that empowerment. And I'm
I
sick
agree.
and tired of have to watch these other storylines play out because that they're dating someone. And I thought that was the shittiest thing about this season.
Yeah. Well, and also I wanted to know more about I'm surprised it wasn't mentioned. I realized somebody mentioned it on Threads that Bailey was the girl that had beef with Dave Portnoy when somebody at Barstool had a podcast called It Girls or something, and Bailey's brand is It Girl, and it's just like content. I don't want to say just, but like, it's like different. It's whatever. And I think they were like in a lawsuit or something. And I don't know, Dave Portnoy like just randomly attacked her. And then it like dawned on me when somebody like circled that back that was the girl. I totally remember hearing about that. I don't remember like the
Oh,
details
yeah, I don't
verbatim,
remember
but
that.
she had like beef with Dave Portnoy. First of all, Dave Portnoy is a fucking side character in Summer House as fuck, and every Bravo like show, but like especially this Summer House scandal. And I just think it's so funny that he's also like with Bailey as well, like has beef or had beef with Bailey. So it's like not only are him and Brianna Chicken Fry breaking the news to everybody that Wes and Sierra slept together allegedly, or Amanda and Wes are hooking up too.
Yeah.
He's also like having beef with Bailey. And I'll say that too. Sierra skidded over them saying, she didn't say that she slept with him. She said that she slept over twice. And that's why she's so upset, because he was breadcrumbing her. And I look, I'll take her word for it. Like, I mean, I don't care. We're in our 30s. I don't care if I don't care.
You,
Well, I'm like, I don't
there's
care who you fuck as long as it's like a consensual person, but other than that, like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's none of my business, you know, if you want to say you did or not, but I also want to say, I hope this gets clarified too, because Sierra said that she had an inkling that something was up January 17th, but then
Mm-hmm.
still proceeded to go. And that's when Amanda turned off her location and didn't answer for 30 minutes and blah, blah, blah. But then still proceeded to go to the Super Bowl with Wes, which I would too. If somebody would invite me to the Super Bowl, sure.
Yeah, I mean,
But
who do they, was it Abercrombie or somebody, like, weren't they worth I
oh,
can't
were they with
remember.
a brand?
They were with
I
a
thought
brand.
Wes got it through like maybe Complex or something.
No, they were both there. Like, I'm pretty sure they were both there with a brand.
With but
Like,
didn't she go with him though? That's what I thought. So they
oh,
were there.
I
I
thought
thought
they
he
were
was.
both contractually there for work and they were
Oh,
hanging out. That's what I thought.
okay. Okay. That makes a little more. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I must have missed that somewhere on the interwebs, but okay, that makes more sense. I mean, not that they looked, you know, like, you know, whatever, but obviously, let's say we didn't know about the Amanda and West situation. They left the summer on good
Well,
terms, and
yeah.
then, you know,
Well, that's the thing that, yeah,
no, go
sorry.
ahead. No, I was gonna say
No,
they
that,
left the summer on good terms, and then, you know, obviously, so they look chummy at the Super Bowl. You know, I would be
yeah.
fucking too. Also, that's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, I honestly, that's where this for me, when it started to get confusing, was like, we saw um right after the Super Bowl is when all the stuff started coming out about Amanda and what, like, the DM, like
Right.
all the blind items and DMs and all, like, I mean, because I really found out through other content creators that this was true. Like, that's how I
So you
personally
didn't
found
even
out.
know internally, like y'all didn't
You
know anything.
know, no, and obviously I shot the show, so, like, I've met a lot of people on the
Right. Right.
show. No one knew about it. No one
Oh,
knew about it. And the the people who did, it was the streets of New York who really, like, brought it to life, because it was the blind items of everyone seeing them around the West Village, and, like, bartenders and, like, that kind of stuff. Those, shout out to Laguna Beach,
yep.
Kelly.
Laguna Beach. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Kelly, she's really, like, she's the one who had the original, like, DMs
Wow.
of from her behind the blinds
Is she in New
pod.
York?
She was in New York. Now she's moved down to Washington.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's living
Wow,
a
that's
boot up
crazy.
life.
I love that. I did not fucking believe it until the statement, and then they put the statement out, and I was like, wait, what?
That
Like, we
statement
hit the
was the
second
weirdest thing.
tower. Like, what do you mean? Like, I was not, I was still like, huh? Like, I'm so confused. Like, this has to be, and why would they do it on April Fools? Like, and it not be a joke? Like, I know it was, I never thought that it was a joke. I just thought it was like a rumor, and people were like, Sierra's in it. Why would Sierra fucking be in that? It does not make her look good, you know?
Yeah,
I thought she did really good at like keeping her composure and reading Amanda for filth. People were saying that Sierra was mean. I think that
not
she
at
was
all.
perfectly eloquent. I don't think she was mean enough. But I think she was mean in a direct and eloquent way. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she cussed her out a little bit, but she really like read that bitch. What did she say? She was like, yeah, I guess we should hash it out so we can bury it and put it in the ground and never
Yeah.
look at it again or whatever she said.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah. That was that line. I need to get that line down because I was trying to make a meme about it today, and I was
yes.
like, bury her, but I couldn't remember the whole
Bury
thing, and I was
her
like,
in the
but I
dirt
was
and
like, but
6
she's
feet
like,
under.
put
What
it
do
in
we
the
say?
dirt. Yeah, I was like, that was the best line of the entire thing. I
I
was like,
agree.
the way that she just delivered that, I was like,
Not
damn.
a stutter
I
in
was, I
sight,
thought
not a
it was
cuss
so
word.
good. I was just, the whole time I was like, that Capricorn is Capricorning right now. Like,
Capricorning. That's what
she
I was
was
thinking too.
Capricorning so hard because she showed up there for the business and she stood on business,
Yep,
and
she
she
did.
was not going to let her feelings get in the way of the business that needed to be held and dealt with.
And
And
getting
I
down.
was just like,
I feel like
you know,
she
it's
was. really the only one there, like, with the facts, because, like, Andy didn't let Jesse do his timeline. Lindsay's
Yeah,
there
I
to
thought that
just
was
kind of
weird.
back up and poke holes and stuff, which is great. Mia, same thing. But, like, Kyle's just there in shock. Poor thing. I
Oh my
mean,
god, you could just see how
so
sad he was.
sad. I
He
know.
was like the saddest human. What's funny uh about Kyle and about um Sierra is that they're both Venusian ruled. They're both because uh Kyle's a Taurus rising and Sierra's a Libra rising, so they're both ruled by Venus.
Mm,
So they are like true. Like when you have Venus as your ruling planet, like they love hard.
mhm,
They love, and that is the thing with both of them. And
mhm.
then you have these two fuck ups over there who just were
What? What
not
did
playing
you
the
got?
same
You guys
game,
have
and you could just watching like in the city with Kyle, like as we're watching their breakup and her moving out, and then now
on
watching
their
him on the couch.
anniversary?
Yeah, I was like watching him on the couch for the reunion. I'm just like this man is heartbroken, and
He
I feel
really
so
is.
bad for him. You can
Yeah.
feel how hurt and sad he is. And like that's what he was even trying to express at the end, I think, and was coming out wrong at the end of Summer House. But all of this is just like how hurt and sad and alone he felt. And you have to feel for that. Like you can't,
I
you
don't
know,
I'm not a Kyle apologist, but I've said this before, I do find myself agreeing with him more than disagreeing with him, and I don't agree with him, like, yelling and stuff, and
yeah, no, none
but
of us do.
yeah, but it's like whatever. Everybody has their breaking point, and also being like a Taurus rising, like, no shade, but like Taurus have addiction, and they so it's like no, like, wonder why he like drinks a lot. But at the same time, it's like he does get his shit together, and now he's like aged backwards. But I just my thing is like Kyle was the only one also holding it together. He's the leader of the summer house. I mean, he started it, him and Lindsay. He is married and trying to lead his family with his lazy ass wife. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a woman hater, but like, what there was, sure, it might be harsh, but what he said about Amanda is not wrong. And we've seen it all
Well,
along.
that was the good thing about the city.
Yeah.
Finally, the fact that the city actually showed their apartment, and they were like
I
showing
mean,
all the
you don't want to
like
see my apartment,
the
but
pot. I mean,
yeah.
if I knew someone was coming into my house
No,
to
to film.
film,
No, to
I would
film.
fucking if even if I like, yeah, I have clothes piles. I'm a clothes horse. Like, do you not think I have a clothing
Right.
issue? Yes, I do. But if I knew someone was coming into my house, not only would I like go insane and organize and clean everything, but then I would just like make sure everything was like tip top condition.
Right.
If I was having a camera crew come into my house, like I
Like
just can't
living on the
imagine
but
like
also maybe that makes the depression mental health part more valid too, because it's like you just
yeah,
really don't give a fuck, you know? I don't know.
yeah.
But I'm
Well,
with you.
but like I'm sorry, but I'm a Prozac girly too. Like I live with lots of depression,
Yeah.
and I have to take my medicine. Like otherwise, like I like
Spiral.
no bueno.
Right.
And like I know what that looks like, and I know that she said though that she's also on like some sort of SSRI. I think she's on Prozac too. She might be on the other one though, but either
Lexapro?
way, like Lexapro, I can't
Yeah.
remember. Wellbutrin, one of those. Um, and like if she's feeling better and taking care of herself, why are you still just leaving massive piles everywhere? Like why aren't you taking care of stuff? And there's
Or
like
hire
yes, there's
somebody.
something.
It's like you guys have
Dude,
money.
you're fucking
Hire.
she had
Yeah.
$100,000 to pay back rent.
Just
She just
sell him.
cut she could cut $100,000 check without even thinking about it.
And
And
you
yet
don't
she
want to
can't
help
have
your
somebody.
man's DJ career?
Yeah, but like Lover Boy is failing. He's doing all of this because of that. She just had $100,000 laying around. I'm sorry, but if
Why
my
aren't you
partner was
investing?
failing, I would be like, what can I do? Like, I would be out there. I would be making more merch because the merch is what sells for them. Their merch is like their hot ticket item because the merch is fucking good. They're like the bread and butter of, I think, the Bravo sphere when it comes to merch. And this is my professional opinion. And, but they, like, there's just so much that doesn't make sense. Like, the lack of shits given is really, really massive because, yeah, like, why wouldn't I have somebody come clean my house every fucking day if I if I can't physically do these
Especially
things?
if it's like just a 2-bedroom apartment in New York. It's not like you're living in like a mega mansion house. Like you guys are kind of cramped. I know it's expensive. I'm not saying it's shit. Like, but I'm just saying it's not like an amazing like penthouse like over 4,000 square feet. Like it's just a couple thousand, maybe 2,000 square feet.
Yeah, but
you come clean.
But I forget whoever it is. They have
also you're not working. Like your husband is working. So what are you doing?
I've seen like Carl, Lindsay, they all work with that like house, like decluttering people who come in.
Right. Oh yes,
they are always posting stuff. They're always posting stuff with that decluttering company. Yes. Yeah, they all work with the same group of people. I'm sorry, I can't shout out their name right now because I can't remember it. But like, there's absolutely no way that they wouldn't work with Kyle and Amanda. And like, and if you don't have enough room in your house, because honestly, like New York sucks and I get it. This is what you get a storage unit for. And you pay people to fucking organize your shit and you put it in a fucking storage unit. Like, you have the means and the abilities to do these things. And like, it seems like Kyle's just burning like two ends of like the candle, trying to run a DJ career and run Loverboy that's failing. And then Amanda's just sitting there like, girl, fucking what are you doing? And then not returning anyone's text messages or phone calls either. Like people who actually care about you. I don't know.
I know. It just
doesn't bode well.
No, and it doesn't make sense to me. I think Carl was actually really eloquent as well, sitting on the couch holding Wes accountable. If I was sitting next to Wes or Amanda, I would be boiling. You would not want me sitting across from them. I think everybody's still like kind of in shock, and they came with the facts and everybody was in fight or flight, to be honest with you. And I think everybody's main concern is to get down to like the facts of like what happened in the timeline and making sure everybody's clear. Because like the way that it was just so quiet and everybody is still in shock, like I would be freaking out. I don't know. I say that I could go both ways, to be honest. You know what? I even surprised myself, but I would, oh God, the way that she's acting is just like, I texted my friend this earlier, the way that she's just so male centered. She's like, sorry, like I'm just so desirable, like I'm so sorry this happened, like it's such a curse to be like attractive and like desired, so much so that like I just so happened to be your ex and like my ex's friend and like our friend group, and in the it's like I didn't want this. You think I wanted this? Like that's like what her internal monologue has to be. There's no way. Even though she's just like, yeah, I slept well. Like,
yeah,
it just has to be that. I can't even believe she's about to be 35, and I can't even believe that she asked everybody, the audience and the other side of the couch, you guys have never been in this situation. And Lindsay said in high school, dead ass.
Yeah, that's only in a small town or in fucking high school do you have these.
A small town, yes.
Or Charleston. I think everyone in Charleston dates the same people. Yeah, to be fair,
too, but yeah,
it's a small town over there.
Only the pretty ones are the only ones.
And even like they go between the shows too. Like, kind of both the shows.
Speaking of, did you see the trailer for Southern Hospitality dropped today?
No, I haven't watched it yet. No, I missed it.
Okay, well, Mia, so many Mias, so many Todds, so many who else? Can't like who I'm like there's Bravo
Toms.
loves Bravo loves like to hire people with the same name that I've never heard of before. Like I don't know a Todd in real life, but I know 3 on Bravo,
Yeah.
Anyways, Mia from Southern Hospitality allegedly slept with West Wilson and told Sally Carson of Southern Charm that she needs to hit it because the dick was really good. And I guess that curvature to the left is just really sending the girlies into a tizzy. And I'm gagged. I'm living for it. Mia kind of hinted something like that on Watch What Happens Live. She said something like before, not before this came out, but like when this came out. And after Wes was on What Happens Live, I think she was like, yeah, I went out with him. We had a date the night before X, Y, and Z or whatever. Like him and Amanda were seeing what blah, blah, blah. And then Michaels calls her out on the Southern Hospitality reunion. And then she was like, Mia tells Michaels, I didn't say that to Sally Carson. And then Leva was like, yeah, you did. I heard that. Imagine your boss being like, yeah, you did.
I love Leva.
Anyways, so Wes Wilson is really the Harry Dubin, to be honest with you. He is getting the fuck around. Jen Fessler,
dude. So I was at the Page 6 event last night that had Margaret Josephs at it.
Okay.
Because they're like, can you believe this Wes Wilson got all the way to New Jersey? You know? And so they were talking about it. And Margaret Josephs, who I really like, I love her. I trust, like, I wrote about her in my book because her style, and her house is my favorite house of all houses of all time. I just love it, but that's not the point. The point is, she was very, very sure and repetitive in saying that this did not happen with Jen Fessler. And she was like, I would have known, like, this didn't happen. Like, she was very like sure and kept like, that was like, she was like out there, like, you know, making fun of like Wes Wilson's curved dick on at the Page 6 thing. Like, she's like, you know, that's so there's a deformity. She's like, yeah, I had a son. I know what a toddler, like a deformity looks like. I was just like crying. Dead.
Also, when he was like on Watch What Happens Live talking about Jen, I think, or alluding to Jen, he was like, yeah, I hooked up with somebody like older, like basically he was like older than 50, younger than 60. And he was like, I mean, it was weird.
Yeah,
what?
And I thought that was fucked.
We need to stop fucking Wes Wilson. What's happening? We're back to junior high when like guys make fun of your body because they haven't hit puberty and they don't know what anything is. What's going on? Why is it weird? Why are you saying sex with a woman is weird?
Yeah, you know, like,
I don't love that at all.
Yeah, they were joking about that whole thing at Page 6 because they're like, Joe Bradley pioneered the like hitting it with a housewife, and then like Jesse Solomon doing Erica Jane.
Erica Jane. Okay, but they're not out there being like, it was weird to fuck Luann. Like Maddie was like, but the opening scene of 2 was like, oh my god, that was iconic. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Bradley was like, I think he had a good time. Like, he's not out there saying anything. There's been not one mention of anything, but I think a good time with Luann. And then, you know,
I'm surprised Jesse hasn't said anything about Erica. Erica was kind of the one that alluded to it. No comment.
Well, Erica was like not satisfied.
I don't think she liked it. Like. Yeah, I don't think she liked it.
No. I think she was like, yeah, I did that, and it was a waste of my time.
Poor thing with his one ball. It's okay. At least he didn't have nudes going around and people making fun of his dick. Could you imagine your friend? Like, that's, I think, worse. Like, your friends. And by the way, I had to resend the photos to the group chat, but everybody was like, let me see the photos. And like, so I like resent them, and I found them because my friend found them on Twitter. So obviously I have them. Like, I have Tommy Lee's nudes too. Like, you never know.
You never know. You never know who's news.
Dick pic at 4 a.m. one time, like I found it. I screenshotted it. You know,
screenshots lives for.
Yeah, no, that's so embarrassing. And they better talk about it. Like, I know they kind of talked about it before, but like Andy better talk about it, like on season part 2 and 3, because and then when he went on his podcast to be like, it looks medical, like it looks like I was sending it to a doctor. Yeah, no, you're saying wasn't. That. Now, no, you really thought you were hot shit sending a flaccid, chubbed dick to a girl, and then you've pissed off all these women, and then she probably posted on Reddit or like whatever, and now you're trying to say, no, it looks medical. How the fuck do you think we feel receiving that?
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Like, no one is getting off on seeing a curved, flaccid chub dick. Like, and it was just like, it was like such like a weird like picture, like the way it was like framed. It was just like,
And everybody was like coming from like he needs to groom, he needs to shave like his pubes. Like, by the way, you guys, I'm all about the bush these days. I mean, this would be a perfect ad actually. That sounded like an ad, but it's
no,
not.
it did. We're here for I love a good bush, and when I can't have my own bush, I have this merkin
with Billy razors or like whatever, you know what I mean? Oh my god, that's literally perfect. Billy, sponsor me. I actually just bought some shave gel that I've tried out on my legs, not on the bush. But I don't know. It's not that I'm like pro bush, but I'm not like anti bush. I just like I forget. And like I think it's more funny that like everybody kind of, it's like 70. Actually, I would say it's pretty well received that like, you know, guys don't really care about the bush. Meaning like on my stories, like they're like very interested. Oh god, that sounds weird. I'm gonna cut that. But no,
like tell me more.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you know me,
I love
like
this.
Subscribe to the bush. No, I'm just saying, like, you know, like right now, like I'm always talking about it, and people will, I guess, listen to what I talk about sometimes, and they're like, oh yeah, didn't you say X, Y, and Z? I'm like, oh, did I say that? Whoops. So, anyways, I was like, where was I going with this? He has a bush too. I'm not like opposed to it, but it does need to be like trimmed. Like it was so wiry, and you need a weed whacker for that thing to like see anything.
Yeah. I mean, like,
God, I would just be so embarrassed. And I would be so embarrassed if that was like the guy that I was hooking up with.
Yeah, it's just like grooming is nice. Like what, like if you're gonna take a picture, at least fluff for the camera.
Your best what I mean? Light, like get a ring light.
Let's just like do it to make it at least like be more aesthetic. Like, and then if you're going to all the trouble of taking this picture, like can we just like at least like class it up a little?
Like, no, literally. And then having your friends laugh at you is
no.
I would be so
But I can't believe that about Mia.
Yes.
On Southern the curve.
I think I mean it's probably true. Like no, so I guess her and Troy broke up. I'm a little behind.
Like, well, there's I mean obviously there's something. Everyone is fucking West Wilson.
I mean, it is what Lindsay said. She was like, I'm getting pulled in right now listening to you say 2 words. Because, by the way, he didn't defend Amanda at all. He was like,
he just sat there like a mute person.
Like, sat there like
a mute,
like
gremlin.
Frozen for like a while, and then like was like, never mind. They're like, and then like never said anything.
It's like he like literally powers off. Do.
Literally.
He can only and done.
No, I just like I don't know. I do think that they deserve each other, honestly. I think that makes more sense than her and Kyle. Like, I really just think Kyle needs, not to like pitch myself, and not me, but like, I'm very Lindsay-esque, you know? I think we would have, are you drinking Loverboy?
No, seltzer water.
Oh my God, I thought it was an espresso martini. I was like, this time at night? Oh my God.
No, I don't drink espresso martinis.
Oh, yeah.
Me vom.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
Me either anymore. I'm straight. Yeah, I need straight stuff. But I really need to see him with somebody like Lindsay-esque, you know? Like he needs somebody equally ambitious and like who can also help him problem solve. Like, and you know, he's getting such a bad rap to be like, oh, Kyle's not good in relation. We only know him in a relationship with fucking Amanda. Who's to say that? Because, you know, people were doing like flashbacks with him and Stassi. I think he would have been, I mean, I obviously like her and Beau, but imagine him and Stassi together. She would have put his ass in his place real fucking quick.
I mean, he is a Leo sun and he has an Aquarius moon. Like he is an innovator.
I mean,
he's like those are like those placements are to be seen and to innovate, you know, and it's a very, you know, that's like a full, you know, this full moon energy, you know, so he's really is supposed to be doing things. And so I think he thought he was getting that with Amanda because she is a good graphic designer or was or did, or I don't, however that's falling. But I think it was there and originally, but then, you know, you start making the money from the show and you don't have to really do that anymore. And you know.
And he still wants his own thing, which I think is great. And I also just think like Amanda doesn't know who she is and has never known who she is.
No.
So she probably presented in a way that like Kyle wanted or they talked about or that she thought she was or whatever, and then kind of grew up and then realized that like, oh, I don't think she knows who she is now, but I don't think she wants to be like, that party girl partner. Like I think she wants to be a lazy pothead passenger princess, and that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with Liz on Rory is doing the weed gummies or whatever, the THC. She has like a THC farm, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
she? It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's no shame in that, but like then go after that. Don't be shitting on Kyle and his DJ career when he's the one trying to keep your family afloat. You want a house in New Jersey? How are we gonna get it? It's like I understand we're making money from the show, but it's like we can only afford so much,
Well,
and it's like if
my
we and what's going to happen after the show? He's 43. Like is he going to be doing this at 60 like dead ass,
yeah. Well, that's why he's also trying, that why he's never left being an entrepreneur,
Right.
But
Right.
I just yeah.
And I appreciate how open he is about Loverboy and stuff. And I don't know. I'm salivating, waiting to see the rest of parts 2 and 3 to then have
Yeah.
a full kind of breakdown of everything and really get into it. One last thing, and then I want to move on to the city really quick and wrap.
Okay.
But KJ was really open with his mental health
Oh my
issues.
God.
That was hard. That was hard.
I feel so much for KJ. KJ is a beacon of a great I cannot say praise enough for him because
Mhm.
I respect him and appreciate him and his candor and his openness and his ability to, talk about things that he's actually struggling with and
Mhm.
things that actually are hard for him. He's an Aries sun with a Virgo moon. So like that Virgo moon, when I, that ability to really, really want to go, but then having that moon where it's just like, I have to overthink things. I have to try to get these done. Like I need to make sure this is all done in these
Structure.
ways. But like
Mhm.
that juxtaposition of having those issues of being like this need to go, but then this need for like the
Stability.
anxiety ridden, like
Mhm.
it that fucks with your brain. Like
Mhm.
those are hard placements. Like,
Mhm.
you know, Virgo
Yeah.
moons, it's a tougher placement. The
Yeah.
moon is not like the happiest
I
in
do agree.
Virgo, it doesn't
Mhm.
want to be there.
Yeah. I appreciate his openness and, like letting us in and being so honestly throughout the whole season. Him and Mia and Sierra, especially
Yeah.
that dinner that they had and right before everything hit, and then this whole I just can't
I
even
wish,
believe that
what I would
everything
love
ends.
to see? I would love to see those three and then some of the southern, not southern, the Martha's Vineyard cast,
Oh yeah.
like do something
Like a crappy
because
lake.
like some sort of some sort of even just like New York show with
Yeah.
all of, because like Jordan's in the city. I think, there's other people around. Like I would love to see that show of, and bring back what the representation that Martha's Vineyard had,
Yeah.
because I think that's a serious lacking issue on. I want them to have another show. That's all I'm saying. I just want,
Yeah. No, I
and I
do
would like
too.
the representation. I
I
think it would be
totally
great.
I totally agree with you. I think that, and I also am one that cannot get enough of any New York shows. I don't even give it like when people like birdwatch on YouTube, like if somebody just carries around like a drone camera, like a camera behind you in general of you just like walking the city, I would love that. Like, you know what I mean? You guys don't have to do much. So like anything like
So you
city
want me to get
stars,
a drone and you'll subscribe?
I will subscribe, babe. I'm giving you another
You
idea.
can watch me walk around Midtown
Yeah,
Manhattan.
I'm
You
walking
can
to
watch me
work.
go
This is
from
gonna be
Midtown
nice.
Manhattan from my office to
Yes.
the subway stop, and then
Which,
there's the
by the way,
bar
I was
across
gonna
the street.
say, yes, didn't you guys have like a flood in the subway? That scares me. The
Oh
flooding in
yeah,
the subway.
that was a crazy storm. Did you see the girl who got taken out on the bus that was like wearing a pink
The
outfit?
pink out. Poor
That was the
thing.
scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then she like washed away.
Like the
She like
Titanic, poor
washed
thing.
away down the street.
The sidewalk, street,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh my God.
I was like, oh,
That's
and
scary.
I watched it I watched it like 5 times in the morning on the subway, and I kept like going. I couldn't stop.
Like the first time, each time. Dude, that would give me so much anxiety if I was like thinking that it wasn't flooding where I started and then I'm going and then I'm trying. Like, I would genuinely feel like the Titanic of being like, get me out of here when Jack and Rose are like stuck and they, have to find the key. I would pass out. So
Yeah,
maybe like when it rains in New York, I just will never take the
there's
subway.
most times on the subway, it's not like that. There's just a few areas where like the subway, like where it's lower, so like you can get more water, but most subways, like it depends where the storm hits too. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of variables, but for the most part that does not happen very often.
Isn't this kind of a new thing that like New York is flooding? Like I don't remember ever like growing up saying like, oh, New York's flooding. Like, do y'all
Yeah,
flood?
I mean, I've seen a lot of since like there was the Hurricane Irene
I was gonna say y'all
years
got like
ago,
one or two hurricanes. That's it.
and
And
then we
that
had
was weird.
Sandy, but ever
Sandy
since
was
then,
one.
Sandy was the big one. Ever since like Irene was the first one, and then Sandy was the next one, and Sandy was the bad one. But like that's I feel like really when I started noticing like flooding.
Flooding.
Like I never, and I've been in the city that was like what the 2010-ish, somewhere around
Mhm.
there. Um, and like I'd lived in New York since 99, so I had a solid like 10 years here, and like I
Mhm.
don't ever remember flooding like that ever.
That's crazy. Well, speaking of the city, I'm loving the city.
Me
I
too.
allegedly watched the second episode last night after the reunion. I need to go back and rewatch it because like there was a lot going on. I don't really remember verbatim, but I'm loving it. Congratulations to Danielle. She's
I know
pregnant.
our girl.
Did you
I'm so
know?
happy. No, I didn't. I saw her when I saw her in I had drinks in the city with her and Owen and the moms of Bravo when they were here. I forget when that was, like a month and a half ago.
So she must have
And
just popped then.
yeah, I was like, girl, you were hiding your pregnancy. She's like, yes, I was. I'm so
Damn.
excited. I'm so
Oh,
excited for
that's
her
good.
and Owen.
Yeah.
She looked so good. I went to the city premiere. Um, and she's glowing. She looks so good, and
I
everyone is
love
so
that.
happy. And
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
so excited to see this new chapter for her and Owen. And they just got a new apartment,
oh, they
and
did?
yeah.
Okay,
So
so the one that she's in now, so that's her apartment that she had with the chef, right?
yes,
Or is it her apartment and then he moved in? She owns it?
he no she I don't think she owned it,
Oh, okay.
um, but
But
she'd
that
been
was
there with him
okay.
because I'd seen it like yeah, like I've seen
Now,
the whole time.
the whole thing. Now, what's going on with this? He's married and separated, and then Amanda's like double standard.
Oh
What's
yeah,
going on there? Is
isn't
that
that
over?
funny? Funny. Um,
Yeah, so it's
they're not together. Like they haven't been together for a long time.
right.
I'm not sure exactly where
Separated.
the paperwork stands, but I'm not going to sit here as somebody who like shit happens, you
Yeah.
know, like they're not together.
I
They
mean,
hadn't
he's
been
on a
together for a
TV
long
show.
time.
Like he's not yeah, like I mean, I don't
Like
want to be like he's on TV, he's not cheating. Like sure.
I
I
think
guess
it's a
men
really
cheat together,
shitty
but
thing to say, and then
I agree.
For Amanda to come in and be like, you know, he like saying all that, bringing all of that up while she's literally doing worse, and it's just like, dude, do you like? Can we talk about hypocrisy? Like, do we know this
Hypocrisy.
word? Do we know this word and what it
She
means?
doesn't know that word and
But
she doesn't know morally corrupt.
or how
You
to say
know?
corset,
Corset.
corset.
This corset is really hurting me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, why would you wear a corset and
Corset.
and sitting in a reunion dress?
I know.
Especially for a dress that had something draped over it. Why are you in a corset? You're really like,
or was
it
that what
made
she
no
was
sense.
wearing before she changed?
It was
I don't.
underneath.
I know,
I
but
could see it, but it
oh,
was,
you
she
could
just
see it
had
in
like
the
a
thing.
like, it was like a tube top boning
Very
like
weird.
situation, but she didn't like you wear a corset, you're wearing it for
To
the,
suck you in,
to suck you in and to give you shape. That's what it's
right?
there for. That's what
Not
the
to sit
boning
down.
is for. Like, yeah, you're not sitting down. You shouldn't be like sitting down on a couch for all hours wearing a corset. Like, that's just not practical.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Give
you
me,
wear
give,
crazy shoes because you're sitting there, and you don't wear a corset
right.
unless you really like need one, because you have to hoist those babies up, you know. If you want the tatas up and out proud,
Like
you've got,
Wuthering Heights,
that's
then
what,
you tighter.
yeah, then you tie it, or that's the look you're going for. But with the sheer draping over it, it
Didn't
made
need
no
it.
sense. I was like, if you're going to wear a corset, like, wear it to show it off. It's
The
there for the
fashion
body
police
audi, the
has
body
spoken.
audi audi, the body audi
Right.
audi. We want to see the body, and if you're not
Right.
showing it, then why would you wear it? Just made no sense to me.
No notes. Amanda's only friend, Katie.
Yeah, I know this is where these things is hard for me, because I know Katie, and I really like Katie a lot. She's a Scorpio queen.
Does
She's
she
a
live
really
in New York?
she lives in she lives in
Okay.
Williamsburg. Like, her and Danielle both live out in Williamsburg. Like,
Okay.
Carl lives in Greenpoint. I don't know if Jesse lives over there too, but like, a lot of people are over in that area, and like, she's just a super sweet person. And, you know, for better or for worse, however you want to like lay things, Amanda's been her best friend since they were like, whatever, in fourth grade,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If she
and
doesn't live in New
she's,
York, maybe she didn't know that she changed or sees her in
well,
person.
she's,
I guess she lives there.
but yeah, but like, Katie was at the brunch. I think this brunch, like the supposed brunch where they kissed first. Like, Katie was out with Amanda for a lot of those different things that they're talking about.
Mm.
Like, she was there. I think they brought her up at the beginning of the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw her, like, I saw her stories. Like, she was out with them too. Like, she's
Mm-hmm.
she's really good friends with Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends. They hang out. They do things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still her friend, and she's got her friends back. And that's
and that's fine. She's a ride or die, and good.
Yeah.
Amanda can have one friend, and I'm not judging Katie. I'm excited for the city. I love the new cast. Kenny,
Yeah.
I don't know about Kenny yet. I don't know about Kenny.
Okay, so I met Kenny and Whitney.
So hot, by the way.
They
Like,
were,
I think he's
oh my
gorgeous.
god, can I so I was just having a conversation with them, and I was telling them I was like, we're talking obviously about astrology, because I'm like, hi, I'm Alyssa. I'm probably going to DM you and try to get you your birth info. Just FYI, when that comes through, that's me.
Accept it. Yeah.
Hi. So I was talking to them, and I was like, we were talking about like placements, and I was like, yeah, your Mars sign. The interesting about Mars sign is you can look at your Mars sign, and that's how you fuck. And they were both very interested in that. So then they had me pull I got their charts from them, and I like told them about what their Mars signs meant. And
Oh my god,
how
that's funny.
I was like, and this is how you do it. And Kenny was like, you nailed it. I was like,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
So
are
I
they,
had such a fun interaction with them that
you
I'm like,
them?
I'm like I'm team Kenny and Whitney. They're super nice.
I don't dislike him, but
Yeah.
I see where Lindsay's coming from, right? And I just hate that people are so unhealthy. I'm not saying Lindsay's healthy, but I do think having Gemma has really, she's really grown. I don't know if she's in therapy or if this is just.
Oh no, she's in therapy.
Oh,
she's a big therapy person.
I can genuinely tell that she's been doing the work. other than Carl just regurgitating phrase buzzwords, but okay, moving on. I can genuinely tell that she's doing the work because like everybody else is so unhealthy that like when she's just calling it out, much like me, sorry, not to brag, pat myself on the back too. I'm like Lindsay 2.0 over here. But like when she calls it out, and by the way, she's a red aura. Us red auras are very like bullshit, you know,
No,
and
that's
I
you're
just
here to
hate
do the
that like
job.
yes, I just hate that she called Kenny out and then he was like, "You sound like a man hater." Like, bitch, I'm just asking a question. Like, it's a valid question. You're having her move across the country. You barely started dating her 6 months ago, and there's no ring on her finger. Like, what? There's a lot at stake for her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then also part of me is like, she's moving across the country to film a show.
No, I
You know
know.
what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
and
think
to
that's
like be a
also the
model and like I get the
like
opportunity, so I get it.
she's from Bachelor Nation, and she's doing a show.
Yeah,
You know, like it's still a show. It's still a job. It's
right,
still success being
right,
put
right,
on
right.
one of those. And I think that it's like, I know we can't like suspend belief, that like these things are happening, but also at the same time it's just like, but there's underlying other things. And
Right,
like,
right, right.
if I was her, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna come out here, this is great for me, like this
Right.
is my
No, I
career.
absolutely I would too. I'm just saying the way that it
Yeah,
was like
the
the
way that it
whole
played out on the
storyline.
show.
Yes, the way that
Well,
it
and the
played
way
out.
that the way that Kenny talked about it, yeah, like it wasn't the best. And I totally do also understand what Lindsay's trying to say and what Lindsay's pointing out. Because in normal circumstances,
That's
if
crazy.
this wasn't being filmed and
Filmed.
this wasn't on a show, I would exactly want somebody like Lindsay doing exactly what Lindsay's doing.
Absolutely.
She's being a girl's girl there,
Yeah.
being like, if this isn't for real, like why would you move? Like we're not playing games at this age anymore. Like
Right.
you guys want to start those next chapters of
Right.
your life, and you're both looking for that. So if
Right.
you're not there, why would you can't have somebody move across the country for that.
Yeah.
So, but
I also just can't believe that they opened, well, thank God, and not like I thank God that they picked up cameras. The opening scene of
oh
Kyle and Amanda
god,
sitting on the couch.
dude.
And then also though, I'm kind of going back and forth, but then also on the anniversary, like we said earlier, and she was like, "No, I'm moving out," with like the biggest smile, and Kyle's like, "Wait, like, don't I have a say?" And she's like, "No, fuck you." Like, I
And I thought
really don't know why Amanda married him. And
the
then have they really
coldest
not had sex in 7 years?
yeah, that's the thing that I was like, sex
What's
is important.
happening?
Sex is
And
important.
and sometimes I'm a prude, but 7 years is even a bit long for moi. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a long time for anyone. And if you're married, like, you never just got like had enough where you're just like, well, even if it's not good, I'm gonna do it.
Do it. It's something. I
At
don't know.
least
Like
like
it's there.
I
I don't
like, I
know.
haven't had it in a while, but like,
Yeah, you didn't get like, the little something down there, a little flutter, like nothing.
yeah,
I don't
nothing.
know. Well, I
Yeah,
guess not. Maybe she's cheating with Wes. Who knows? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't want to say
yeah,
like this is my opinion. But
yeah.
yeah, the opening scene with them talking. Oh my God. I was actually living for it. I'm not gonna lie. I do.
No,
Sorry, this is making
I,
me like actually love Kyle. Like I liked Kyle, and
oh,
I was like, oh my God, we would be like great friends. Like, and by the way, I've always liked a blonde man. Like I've always thought Kyle was hot, even with his like ugly mullet. But like obviously now he something is up. He does look really good.
he's looking really, him and Carl both
Are looking really good.
looking good. They
Yeah.
both look better than they ever have.
Yeah.
I love a mature man though.
I do.
I don't
I
like
do
I don't
too.
like I don't like a like a young
I
boy. Like I
no,
want
I
a
need a
man. We
scruff.
need
I want a
men.
man. I
We want
know.
men
I
who can
know.
like hammer things.
Yeah, I don't know that those two would hammer anything,
Literally or figuratively. I don't care. However you want to put it that.
but yeah, no, me too. And I know it's killing Amanda, like everybody thirsting over Kyle. And I just want to say, like, first of all, I was there first, but that's okay. Um, And I really just think that she thought she was gonna get like such a good edit or something, or just really just thought that like
Yeah.
she wasn't doing anything wrong because she had this city, and then her and Wes are gonna be filming the city like this
Yeah. Well, and
season. I heard that
Sierra's
they're
there too.
seeing.
Like, yeah. I was like, West Sierra sitting together with Amanda. I was like, this is like, my brain was just blown with that one. I was like, oh my God, like this just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
It's so weird. It's so weird, but I'm living for it. I hate to say
Yeah.
it.
No, I know. Me too. I mean, I like, when your life is going tough and you're like going through a lot in your life, it's really nice to watch someone else's life be more worse than
Yeah,
what
be more,
yours
yeah, just
is.
like
You're
like
like, I'm
commiserate together.
like life has not been easy for me, and so watching this mess has just been like the thing that is just like pulled me through, and that's why we watch Bravo.
Right.
Like we need these moments in life.
Yeah, I hate to say it. And when we're either waterboarded or we're in a drought. So, I mean, I guess I would take the waterboarding, to be honest with you, but it's so overwhelming. Holy shit. But yeah, no, we are fed. Love Island starts soon. Love Island starts next week. So I'm excited about that. And yeah. Well, Alyssa, tell everybody where they can find your book one more time. I'm going to link it in the show notes as well.
Yes, you can. Well, you can find me at Stars X Alyssa on Instagram, starsxalyssa.com. And you can find my book on all major platforms. It's called Styled by the Stars. Please pre-order. Support your girl.
Support your girls, support women, support books. Everybody
Women,
actually does need to read.
reading is good. And it's very, very informative. You'll learn a lot.
Books,
It's very
good.
informative, and there's also really good pop culture references in here too, because obviously I'm a pop culture girly, and it's got all the stuff.
How many pages?
Astrology, like 174, I think.
Quick read. It'll take
And
me a
there's
while.
a lot of there's like a lot of like Mad Lib situations happening in there too. Where you get to pick words and letters, and
yeah,
put together your style.
I love that.
Pile it together. Yeah,
I love that.
Fun. I can't wait for it.
I know. Me either. I'm gonna get mine this week. You guys better pre-order as well.
Please.
And yes, and Alyssa, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my God, I missed you. This was so fun. We have to do this again.
I know, I missed you too. Please let me know about August, because I'm there, bitch. And
yes, queen.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.